Tell me the spelling of your first and last name. Well, I know your
First
last name's Owens, but your first name.
Arminta, Arminta.
Okay. And tell me what it means for you to be out here today.
Oh, it's a delight because Willie always thought the world of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I did too. Dr. King graduated from Morehouse, and many years after him, I graduated from Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. I had the privilege of going to his home, which was in Auburn Avenue, kind of brown, yellow and brown, I can remember so vividly. His father, Dr. Martin Luther King Sr., was my spiritual advisor and leader for my freshman year and my sophomore year at Spelman College during the spring. It was named Spring Emphasis Week. And as he came also to speak at South Carolina State, I made it my business to get there to see the senior on various occasions. I had the first church that I visited in Atlanta was Ebenezer Baptist Church, because that is where all Spelman freshman students had to go on their first week at Spelman. Had a chance to see his mother and to hear her play so beautifully on the Sunday mornings at her church, and the great privilege of meeting his sister, who was administrator at Spelman. As I was coming up the drive here, I was trying to recall her name, and gosh, it will not come to me. But she was as beautiful as the other members of the family. So all that Dr. King stood for was something that we hear again every year: to move, to march, and to come together as a group of people, knowing regardless of the race, color, the creed, the background, and move forward together. My sister-in-law, Ruth Owens Harvey, was a member marching in Washington as he gave that awesome speech, "I have a dream." Yes. So there is just so much to talk about with Martin Luther King Jr. And I enjoyed yesterday morning getting up and turned on my television and had a chance to see our President Biden speak at Ebenezer Baptist Church, not the one that I visited, but the one that has now stands in honor of him and our famous senator who had a tough run but made it again. Warnock was there to introduce him and to sit in and listen. It just brought back so many memories from the Atlanta State that I had as a freshman back in 1955. Yes.
Well, tell me about your late husband's legacy and this process here, and what it means to you to be part of this on his account.
Willie B. often said, as after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and different cities and towns and states began to name streets in his honor. And he thought Orangeburg, having had so much to do with the civil rights movement, that they too should have a street, a boulevard, or an avenue named after Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The first thing, well, many things that the county did, and in honor of him, was to have this monument in our state government right here, the county building and the courthouse. And he has a picture of that that's hanging in our Florida room right over this little chair. And he often looks at that and talked about it. And his goal was in 1922 or 23 that he and the county members would work again on trying to get a street or avenue here in Orangeburg named in honor. And shortly after he passed in August 5th, 2022, and I came to the courthouse to take care of some taxes and so forth. And as I walked up, and just before I got there, someone said, and if I believe correctly, it was the city mayor who said, we're going to name Amelia Street in that honor. And Dolores, the councilwoman standing, she said, oh my, now I don't have to fight that another battle because we're going to do something that Willie so desired at that time. And here today, it's a reality, a true reality. So I will talk to him in the house and on his bedside tonight, and I'll go down to Mac French Baptist Church in Branchville, where he was born and grew up, and share that with him by his graveside.
That's so